The verb ser, or to be in English, is irregular in both languages. Notice that we say I am, yo soy de Filadelfia, then it changes form to you are, tú eres dominicano, to change yet again to it is, es importante. Then to say someone needs to be, it reverts back to the infinitive, to be or ser in Spanish. Nosotros necesitamos ser pacientes. Those are a lot of changes for the same verb. This is what conjugating verbs is like. When we say conjugated verb, we mean a verb changed to correctly match the subject or doer of a sentence. In Lesson 1, we learn how to match up subjects, like Mrs. Phillips, as in La señora Phillips es norteamericana. Freddie and I, as in Federico y yo somos de Canadá. Or subject pronouns, like I, in yo soy pobre, and they, or ellas son inteligentes, with their corresponding form of the verb to be. Since we are using a combination of subjects and verb forms, let's look at the subjects and their pronoun forms in English and Spanish. The first person singular form is I or yo in Spanish. Add another person for the first person plural forms, and we get combinations like my parents and I, you and I, or simply we, nosotros or nosotras. The second person singular is you or tú in Spanish. We are addressing only one person with whom we are familiar. When we refer to y'all in an informal way, we get vosotros or vosotras. But this vosotros form is only used in Spain and not in Latin America. The Portales program tends to ignore this form, so you won't get much practice with it. There are multiple third-person singular forms representing he or él, she or ella, the singular you formal or usted, which is used when addressing strangers or people higher in social status like bosses or the elderly, and the plural equivalents, they represented as ellos or ellas, depending on the gender, and the plural formal you or ustedes. Now we are going to combine the full range of subject pronouns with their corresponding conjugated forms of the verb ser. Yo soy is I am. Nosotros or nosotras somos is we are. The singular you are is tú eres. The informal plural you gives us vosotros or vosotras sois. The third person singular options, he, she, it, or formal you, give us él, ella, and usted es, and their equivalent plural forms they and formal you all are ellos, ellas, and ustedes son. Memorize these matching combinations. If the subject is an object or concept instead of a person, as in it is difficult or the classrooms are big, we use the singular or plural third person form of the verb. It is difficult gives us es difícil. There is no Spanish equivalent to the subject pronoun it, so we just don't use a subject at all. The classrooms are big gives us las clases son grandes, or simply son grandes, for they are big. You'll be answering homework questions using complete sentences in Spanish with the proper form of the verb ser. Here are a few examples to help you get prepared. ¿Quiénes son ustedes? Somos estudiantes. Or, nosotros somos estudiantes. Every question addressing ustedes will be answered in a nosotros form. ¿De dónde son los señores Avellaneda? Los señores Avellaneda son de Costa Rica. Ellos son de Costa Rica. Son de Costa Rica. All of these options answer the question in a complete sentence. Notice that the preposition de or from precedes the question word where. This is a pattern you'll see repeated. How about math problems? Let's practice addition and subtraction. ¿Cuántos son 12 más 10? Son 22. Did you remember to use the plural form son in your answer? ¿Cuántos son 16 menos 15? Es uno. Since the numbers uno and cero are singular by their very nature, you'll have to use a singular form of the verb ser in your answer.